Entertainment for yous and me's. It is time for some Wonder Cheese on the Wonder Cheese Variety Hour.
Welcome to the Wonder Cheese Variety Hour, brought to you by Wonder Cheese, the world's first cheese that's also an adhesive, a lipstick, a dish detergent, a pillow, and of course, a delicious cheese that the whole family will enjoy. And now, please welcome your hosts, Alice and Lillian.
Cheers to you. A little cheers to you.
Cheers!
Oh my goodness, my dear. What is on that mug that looks like just like a novel?
Yes, I've decided to start purchasing mugs that teach me something. And this one says, the difficulty in life is the choice.
Oh, that is deep.
I could have had any man in the greater Springfield area. And I chose Walter because he was unassuming.
I chose my Frank because he was the only man in the room.
Oh! Let's see, I'll choose you. That's like a Russian choice, really. It's a Russian choice.
It just made it so much easier. I went to a local dance and I thought, oh, maybe I'll meet the man I'm going to marry. And he was standing right there. So that was easy.
That, you know what, you've always been mildly psychic, Alice, I must say.
Yes, just ever so 10%. But it's a solid 10.
Well, I'll tell you what you've been very right about. Our whole friendship has been the power and the might and the wonder of Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese is just the greatest thing. Shall we just I was going to start with the Four Top song, but screw it. Why don't we just sing the Wonder Cheese theme song, my dear?
There's no more soul than the Wonder Cheese song. Exactly. There really isn't any soul beyond it.
Exactly. For those watching at home, we like to listen to some classics before we do this, but I think today we're in the zone. I think we're just going to hop to it.
Absolutely. Like I said, the faster the better. Another one of my sayings with Walter. All right.
Oh, too much, my dear, too much. Here we go. And a 1, and a 2, and a 1, 2, 3. Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese. Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese.
Should you be hungry or should you be full? It's Wonder Cheese. So they say.
Should you be tired? Should you be feeling gay? It's Wonder
Cheese. So they say.
So they say. It's good for lunches. It's good for snacks. It's good for your tub. It's good for hand cracks.
It's good for when you're feeling blue. A little dab on your temples will do.
It's Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese.
For you. Oh, you know what? We always start this show with a song. And of course, we go to the wires. We talk about what is in the news.
Absolutely.
And I heard the other day that a man named Jeff Bezos, a tiny little man with no hair, he got into a machine that looks a bit like some things I have in the bedroom. Let's just put it that way.
Oh, all right. So like a tower or
a unit, a member.
A member?
Yeah.
I like things that are tall and straight.
This was short and squatty.
Okay.
Each his own.
All right.
And in there were a bunch of people that went up for a little bit into space. And one of them was an 18-year-old boy. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing that surprised me.
Okay.
This Jeff Bezos runs a company called Amazon. You can get anything from it at any time of day.
Certainly.
This 18-year-old boy told Jeff Bezos, I have never bought anything from Amazon. An honest teenager. Lillian, what do you make of that?
I mean,
I I can't believe it. An 18-year-old exists. He told the truth. That's amazing.
Well, I guess they're not all ne'er-do-wells. All right.
It's a very select few. A very select few. You know what else is very select in this world?
Yes.
A good musician.
Oh,
Oh.
certainly.
When was the last time you and Walter went to a concert, Lillian?
Well, it would have been, let's see. It would have been the Doo-Doos. The Doo-Doos was about 3 years ago. They were a cover band for the Four Seasons. And
Yeah.
yes, there were some locals, and they do covers of the Four Seasons, and it's really a lovely night out. Of course, Walter fell asleep. You can hear him snoring now. I mean, really. I don't know if you can hear that, but he's snoring in the other room.
I definitely can. I'm trying to ignore it. Oh my goodness.
This is the only time I have to myself.
That's why we have to fit this in. My kids are at school. It's the only time we can do our variety show. So I think we should hop to it with a
On with the show.
Exactly. A fantastic performer is coming up next into our kitchens. And
Oh,
by the way, Lillian, I love what you've done with yours. Just gonna say.
well, I think it's important to see outside when you're cleaning dishes to remember that you're still, free.
I like cleaning the dishes and looking out the window so no one can see me cry inside the house.
Oh, that's a lovely, lovely way of dealing with your feelings. Because feelings can be a real, they can be
They
a
can.
pain.
We definitely have a lot of feelings. Coming up with our next guest, our first guest of the show today, fabulous singer from the province of Ontario in the country of Canada.
Oh.
Fantastic gal named Cheryl Beatty. So we're going to cut to that, and I hope everyone enjoys.
Hey guys, I'm Cheryl Beatty, and this is Stay. With a smile and a secret, she leans in to keep it. With a kiss to remember the day, and the breath that she's breathing on your cheek leaves the feeling that everything will be okay. And the train is almost at the station. As close as she dares, she whispers, please stay near me, please stay near me tonight. With a wave and a laughter that resounds ever after in your mind as she's leading away, and her hand is an ember so small at the center of yours as the night sky replaces the day, and the train is leaving the station. As you walk out the doors to the open sky, as close as she dares, she leans in to say, stay near me, please stay near me, please stay near me tonight. And the street lamps are glowing on your face as it's showing the smile that begins in your eyes, and your hand starts to tremble, your heart reassembles as she turns faces you with her smiling eyes and says, stay near me, please stay near me, please stay near me
Oh my gosh, that Cheryl Beatty is just fantastic.
What she is. Oh, like, I mean, really, just that the song about longing and desire and unrequited love. It's just
Just so marvelous. And I'm going to put in the old YouTube comments in the show description. You can click on a link and get her records and find out when she's performing and go see her. She's
oh,
fantastic. So
I felt like I was, at a cafe in the Côtes de Provence with that beautiful styling, really.
you just took the words out of my mouth, as you always do, Lillian.
Oh. Well, I hate to cut this little repartee short, but there is my favorite television program about to air.
Oh, is that Bad Accent Theater that you always
Yes, it's
talk about?
119, which could only mean one thing. It's time for Bad Accent Theater.
Oh.
It's a PBS broadcast of, really, it was started by a wonderful couple that met on a cruise ship in New Orleans. They discovered they both had an affinity for aquatic travel and bad accents, as well as classical theater. So today we're going to be treated to a big mouthful of Tennessee Williams. We're going to be watching, I believe it's A Streetcar Named Desire, and I believe the couple is planning on, I'm looking at the TV guide now, on using the accents of a one Bob Dylan, which I don't even know who that is. It must be one of the kids' music. I don't. Ugh.
Now it's time for Bad Accent Theater.
What's the matter? What's happened?
You just blew your top, Stan. He's okay now.
Sure, my boy's okay.
Put him on the bed and get a wet towel. I think coffee would do him a world of good now.
Ah, want water.
Put him under the shower.
Don't throw me, you sons of bitches. Let's quick get out of here.
Poker should not be played in a house with women.
Stella, my baby's left me. I want my baby. Eunice, I keep on ringing until I talk to my baby. Stella, Stella, sweetheart, Stella, Stella.
Good gravy, what was that, Lillian?
I mean, I've seen Streetcar before as a one-person show, but that was two people doing all of Streetcar. It was a one-person show version split into two, which was really something.
That was innovative beyond belief.
Beyond belief.
The poor young man in the hat, I don't know what accent that was, but
No, I think he was from a Dickens play, I think.
I know they certainly live up to their title of bad accents. 'Cause, wow.
In the most delightful way. Speaking of delight,
Speaking of delight, Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese.
Oh, now, you just renovated your kitchen. You and Walter just renovated your kitchen. And is it true that you used Wonder Cheese?
That's right. I grouted my tiles with it. And did you not use Wonder Cheese on your last vacation as a sunscreen?
I did indeed, because I've got so many allergies to things. I didn't want to try to use a chemical sunscreen, so I just slathered my body in Wonder Cheese.
Wonder Cheese. This only cheese that semiconducts electricity when you make a bomb.
Oh my goodness. And it's also, fun fact, Wonder Cheese will do your taxes.
Mm-hmm.
It's amazing.
I'm going to regale everyone with one of my favorite new hobbies. I've joined a local improvisation troupe called the Spontaneity Bunch. And I mean, there is no greater joy than learning to go out of your mind and just speak. I mean, I was always taught to think before I speak, so this is quite the opposite. Not to mention all of the fun young people I'm meeting. I mean, go ahead and introduce yourself. Max? Got Max?
Hey, I'm Max, and this shirt is real.
Wow. That, you know, it looks like you got it under the sea or in space.
Some people say the Little Mermaid.
Oh, that is beautiful.
Thank you.
And we've got Lori Tatuyan.
Hi, everybody. My name is Lori, and I have a very expensive art gallery behind me with
right.
collectibles that belong to certain museums in parts of Europe that somehow ended up on my wall.
Wow.
Yeah, there's some lawsuits pending, but we'll see what happens. And I also have these round, cute little white doorknobs.
Oh.
And
Wow.
I thought they're very whimsical.
Oh, they're wonderful.
That's a great description.
And excuse my my voice. I quit smoking. I used to smoke about 3 packs a day, and this is sort of the after effects of that. So I think it's kind of sultry a little bit.
Absolutely, like a Lauren Bacall. I mean, really.
Thank you. Very, yes, thank you.
Yeah.
So thank you for inviting me.
So glad. And we've got Curt Seablom.
Yes.
Who's
Hi. I'm wearing my finest bowling shirt. I'm on a pickup league every Tuesday and Thursday, but right now I have shirt envy of Max. That's
Yeah.
one beautiful shirt.
Thank you. Like I said, it's real.
Wow.
very stylish, very stylish. And so together we formed the Spontaneity Bunch, and we're going to, just treat you to some of our fun little games we like to play. So go with us on it. I'm going to start off with Dr. Know-It-All. So
I love this game.
Oh, this one's a hoot and a half. So we have Lori, Max, and Curt, but together they form one expert in the field named Dr. Know-It-All. And they are here to answer your burning questions, all right? These are very high-minded questions that you can pose because we have the foremost expert in whatever it is. So for today, I need from you, the audience, an animal. An animal, suggestion of any kind of animal.
A duck.
A duck. Great, fabulous. And what's a physical activity? It's a physical activity, something you do. Oh, weightlifting.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
See? Because he knows it all. They know it all. So let's go ahead and meet you. Dr. Know-It-All, please introduce yourself.
Hello.
Dr. Know-It-All.
Present.
Wonderful. Now, let's talk about these weightlifting ducks. Do ducks have arms to lift weights?
Ducks
Surely.
have
feathers
On top. On
top
of
their
muscles.
that
is
How
they
weight lift.
Oh, I understand. So there's those wings are actually muscly arms. Wonderful. Great. And what is the most weight that a duck has ever pressed or lifted?
Hmm.
my
Precious
duck
has
seasickness.
so
I
Sold
him
to
everybody.
All right. I mean, what a grisly end for a performing duck. That, you know, as soon as it's unable to lift weights, it gets sold to everyone in bits and pieces.
Mhm.
That is sad. So we don't really know. We've never found the ceiling of what kind of weight ducks can actually lift.
Well,
that
is
actually,
and
true
one
fact
that
ducks
can
really
weight lift
enormous
sized
barbells.
Oh, okay. Wow, I would never have guessed. So what do you think the secret is to owning and building a strong duck? Like just
Mm.
the
Protein,
regiment
requires
thousands
of
beetles
That's it.
Wonderful, wonderful. Does anyone have a question for Dr. Know-It-All? If so, just put it in the chat. Real quick, any questions before we depart here? All right, all right. Oh, good. What is a good protein powder?
Mm-hmm.
Really
High
protein
includes
Maximus
insecti
mother's milk.
An insecticide infused mother's milk. Beautiful. Oh, thank you so much. All right, moving right along. Curt, would you mind leading us in bus ride?
I would love to. For this next game, we have Lori and Max start to make faces, and they don't stop until we call it. Put stop in the chat when we want them to freeze. Stop. Okay, that's your resting face for this next scene. So these two are on a bus ride. Where are they going? Put it in the chat. camping. And what did Lori bring with her? Icing. Ah, there we have it. Take it away.
Hey, Max. Hey, Max.
Hey, baby.
How's it going? I'm so excited. We're gonna go camping in the sequoias. And it's gonna be really fun. I mean, I know that there's a drought going on and stuff, and the trees are kind of dead right now, but
Whoa!
yeah, it is great.
Whoa!
Yeah. So, dude, I brought some icing for our camping trip that I think are gonna like really dig it. And
Whoa! I
yeah,
brought the cake.
that's awesome. That's
The
awesome.
bears love the icing and the cake, and we are gonna catch some bears, baby.
It's gonna be great because I know we're celebrating your big 40, and I thought you really wanted to do something really wild. So I'm gonna put the cake on I'm gonna put the icing on the cake and put it on your body, and then we're gonna have the bear eat the cake and icing off your body and see if you survive.
I am gonna get so close to a bear. I'm gonna feel its heartbeat in my veins.
It's like we're doing like Survivor, but for real. And you know, if you made it to 40, let's see if you make it past 40.
Hey, you made it to 60.
I did.
And you are more alive than ever, baby. And so my 40th is just increasing my vitality.
And some people think I look 40 because I got so much Botox, but they're like, are you really 60? I'm like, no, I'm really 40. You know, I have a good doctor. So anyway, yeah. So I figured like I figured that if you get through this, you'll conquer all your anxiety and fears, you know, and you can live the rest of your life just fearless.
I laughed at the fear, baby.
Hey,
The fear is going in the soles of my shoes like a Dr. Scholl's insulin. And hey,
yeah,
I need you here. I need you today because I will get nervous. It has been a pattern throughout my life. And when I get nervous, I need you to say, Max, no.
No. Max, no. Max down. Max, no. Max, stop. Max.
And I'll say,
Make
thanks,
love to me.
Kelly.
You'll say, make love to me. I'll say, I love you. I'll say, I love you so much.
What?
I love you. I love you. Oh, like a bear.
I'm going to say something that I don't think you've ever heard before.
Okay.
I wish we were in person.
Oh my God. Okay. Okay.
I wish that bear was not eating the cake off my chest. I wish it was you.
Okay. Okay. Oh.
Woo!
I just had to call that
Can I
one.
let go of this face? Oh, we're done.
That was impressive. I can't believe you held that the whole time. That was so fun. Okay, next game. Do you guys like podcasts? Because we've got Curt and Sarah, and they're going to be hosting a very special niche podcast. What is this podcast about? Don't. Oh, I love this. Okay, and Lori is going to be an expert special guest. What does she specialize in? yoga for toddlers. Okay. Can we keep it about something about donuts? Like icing or size or numbers or like a specific flavor? Gluten-free donuts. Amazing. Okay. So Laura, you're a specialist in gluten-free donuts. Okay, Curt and Sarah, take it away.
Talking about donuts. Talking about sweet sugary cakes in a round circle.
With big hole in the middle.
Hi, I'm Patsy Friggenhauser.
I'm Chris Ryan.
And welcome to our podcast. The hole is half empty.
And here at the hole is half empty, we're being sponsored by Krispy Kreme, one of our favorite sponsors.
Oh, yes. Krispy Kreme, the perfect place to just drive right through in the middle of the night, order 2 dozen and forget all your cares.
Just eat away those problems.
Eat away
All
your
right.
problems. Okay, Ryan. Oh, so I tried a new place.
Which was it?
It's Nora's down in Southwest Cornwall, and you've heard of it?
Yeah, that's by Westlake Treasure Hall.
That's right. Yeah, right by the treasure hall where all the war vets gather on a weekly basis. And I imagine they get the day olds from from the shop. So that's nice.
They must, and a pleasure it would be. Pleasure.
Oh, yeah. War vets love stale carbs. They do.
It's better than the MREs. Am I right?
Now, is that the stuff that they eat in the war? Is that the? Yes,
exactly.
Okay. All right. So it, here's the thing, I'm a texture girl, and I took a bite of the cruller and I was expecting it to dissolve like a Krispy Kreme, like a store-bought Enterman's.
Mhm.
And instead I was met with like a dry, almost like a mouthful of cotton. And at first it was kind of offensive, but then I got into it.
I run into those problems a lot, especially when I go around with the gluten-free type of donuts.
Oh, don't get me started on gluten-free.
Have you had an old-fashioned gluten-free? It's like a kitchen sponge.
I know. I'm sure it's better for you, but I'm still on a quest to find a decent old-fashioned that's gluten-free.
Well, I think you're in luck because we have someone joining us today.
Really?
That's right. She is an expert in gluten-free, not only old-fashioned, but also deep fry. Help me in welcoming Clarissa Hart. Clarissa Hart.
Now, am I right in assuming that, Ryan, you know Clarissa from your days as local entertainment correspondence?
I was. She was my first and 9th interview. I am still dumbfounded by her brilliance.
Hello, everybody. It's me, Clarissa Hart. As experts of gluten-free donuts, I'm so happy to be here and share all the knowledge of gluten-free any old-fashions, glazed, sprinkled chocolate, cronuts, donuts, holes, no holes. Yes.
Oh, wow. Now your big mission is to help people, donut fans everywhere, understand that they can have a positive donut experience that is gluten-free. Isn't that right?
Yes, this is derived from a personal story I had. When I did not know, I love donuts, and when I ate them, I started having gastrointestinal problems.
Oh.
Very embarrassing moments I had, be it in church, be it in school, social settings.
In there.
Essentially, I would have these very uncomfortable pains and
Yeah.
noises. And so I was like, oh, gluten-free. So I came up with this concoction using, wait for it, almond flour. And which does not contain the sticky gluten. Right? Gluten. And we use glucan. Glucan donuts. So it's become very popular, especially on the West Coast where people don't like gluten, or for populations of such. Aborigines do not like gluten. It's the DNA has discovered that genetically it does not work. So so for the gluten, I crave these donuts. Are very popular. You can find them at Vaughn's, John's, Albertsons, Robertsons, and TJ Maxx. In the section, TJ Maxx has a section of things that weren't sold in the supermarket, and they bring it to TJ Maxx. They're there.
Yeah, you can always get like peppermint flavored popcorn, or
right.
like a
right. So
coffee protein powder.
Exactly. So mine, the ones they have there, are the buffalo chips flavored donuts.
Oh, Clarissa, where can the Aboriginal purchase these donuts? I know had a preponderancy of donut hole eating.
Right.
But now that there's gluten-free, I'm sure they're aghast.
Yes, that's mostly in Australia. You have to go all the way to Australia. I'm trying to make it where these will be delivered to other continents, but it's not quite working.
Wow.
Yeah, shipping.
Yay! Good job. And on a high note.
Okay. Oh my goodness. Sorry, I'm just reeling from everything I just learned about the the digestive tracts of native landowners. It's just beautiful. So for our next game, can I have all of our audience members put numbers between 1 and 30 in the chat, because they are going to correlate to my handy little soundboard that I have on my mini computer here. And this is a game called Sound Effects, where we are going to have Curt and Max do a fun little scene for us. And throughout that scene, your selected sound effects will be featured, and perfect. Okay, great. 1, 4, 25, 17, 33. Great. So they will correlate with a sound effect on this soundboard here while they do the scene, and they're just going to have to deal with it. So to start them off, what's an activity they can be doing? What's a project they can be working on? Ooh, mapping the stars. What is the official name of that job? What is astrologists? Well, they're mapping the stars, whatever that's going to look like. Star mappers. Okay, great. Whatever that means to you. So let's go ahead and start mapping stars, gentlemen.
Did you get B2?
Did V2? Jeez. My eyes are getting all squinty trying to look at those little dots.
Hey, your eyes are doing great. Give them a little love, and they might feel a little better, okay, bud? There we go. Yay! I'm putting the map down. Yay, we did it! Ow! Ow!
Barry,
I think my ear needs a little of my. Can you see my little hearing aid?
I do.
It gave me a little zap because I'm trying to lose 50 pounds, baby. And it just, anytime it says, "Ooh, don't eat."
I thought it was the sweat getting in there and shorting it out. You know, getting,
Yeah. But hey, we are on half a pound on our way to.
half a.
Could you tell your kid to shut up? We're star mapping right
Daryl,
now.
shut
This
up,
is not
we're
the time for cartoon laughter.
Jeez. Oh, try watching the stories on TV.
What?
Watching stories on TV with the laughing and the cackling, caterwauling.
Who?
Daryl, my kid.
Oh yeah, I freaking hate Daryl. Did I say that? I know he's your kid, but hey, he's an adult now. I can have opinions on him. He
You're
is
losing
too
weight.
short.
You get cranky when you're hungry. It's okay. I understand.
Oh, I'm trying to lose 50 pounds. I know what cranky is, baby. I know what cranky is.
I got B2. You got B2?
Oh, good. What, was that a doorbell I heard? Oh!
Pizza. Star Pizza.
Yay! Dominoes! Chugga-chugga-choo-choo.
Daryl, get the goddamn pizza.
Honestly, the blunt timing with this pizza.
Here we go. Woo! Okay. Grab a triangle. Let's toast.
Let me take off my little glovers. They're tight. All right. I'm only gonna take a bite because I am trying to lose 50 pounds. I ate the whole thing.
You at least will make your ears stop ringing.
What?
At least it'll make your ears stop ringing.
What?
You're looking great.
Thanks, man. I lost half a pound this week, and you're awesome.
Aw. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Hey, now that we got B2, why don't we get higher?
You mean C2?
No, bud. I said higher.
You mean C2? Okay.
What was that? Ooh, the aliens are calling.
That sounds like them space crickets. Dude, it's not-
I am ready for a space cricket invasion. I got my little suit, and I look cute in my suit. If everybody dies, I'm gonna get a few hot dates.
Yay!
Friends, coming to our kitchen next. Oh my goodness, I've seen this gal perform a number of times, and she is so funny and she's so quick, and she is also from Ontario, Canada. I think I'm going to have to go to this place because they're very talented there. They're so talented. So
They
friends,
are.
please give a warm, warm welcome to the very funny Desirée Walsh. Oh, Desiree is here. Lovely. I'll let you enjoy.
No, thank you for having me. I love a good cheese. So this was great. Yeah, cheese and peanut butter are kind of my jam. as Kelly said, I am Canadian, or Alice. I don't know where I got Kelly from.
Doesn't matter.
Alice, as Alice said, I am from Canada. There's really no joke there. It's more of a humble brag at this point. But I am rooting for you, America. I really am. I've been doing a lot of Zoom comedy with Americans, and I love it because I'm learning so much about America. For example, did you all know New Jersey is a state?
What?
What?
I know, right? Because I certainly didn't. For most of my life, I thought it was a suburb of New York. Turns out I was getting it mixed up with Staten Island. Yeah, I don't know very much about Staten Island, so I decided to Google it. And a tourism website with 13 interesting facts about Staten Island came up. And the best one, the most flattering, was that they have the largest garbage dump in the US.
Woo!
And I don't know about you all, but like, isn't the garbage something we're supposed to be hiding from the tourists? Like, I'm from Toronto, and on our tourism websites, we talk about the lake and the Sky Dome and the CN Tower. My tourism website is from the 90s. That's why we talk about the Sky Dome. That's a little Canadians in the audience. But we leave out the negative things like the garbage or the fact that there's no affordable housing here or that it's not very wheelchair accessible. And we're kind of mean for a Canadian city. Like, other Canadian cities do not like us, but you should come see us. You really should. I'm also learning a lot about the food in America, mainly something called the Uncrustable.
Woo!
Yeah, we don't have these abominations in Canada, but I'm told it's like the white trash cousin of the Pop-Tart or the red-headed stepchild of the Pizza Pocket. For those who are not familiar, it is a frozen peanut butter sandwich with the crust cut off. And I know what you're thinking because I am thinking it too. America, wouldn't it be easier to make a peanut butter sandwich? Because with the Uncrustable, you have to thaw it and cook it and then eat it. And it just seems like a lot of work. Recently, I did this joke and an American comedian was kind enough to tell me that you don't have to thaw it or cook it. You can just eat it frozen. And now I have more questions than I have answers, America. Because why are we paying for the worst day of grade 2 when the ice pack fell on top of the sandwich? Why are we paying money for that? And then another very kind American comedian was like, no, you don't have to eat them frozen. You just take it out of the freezer and you let it thaw naturally. And now I have the question, is it a friend or is it food? Because, like, what do you mean? You just take it out of the freezer, cuddle it, hold it close, sing a Tana dancer till desired temperature you need. What I'm saying is I think Smucker's needs to be stopped between that and the Goober grape. There's a lot of talk about what's wrong with America or what happened. And quite frankly, as a person who only recently discovered New Jersey was a state and has asked the question more than once, what's in New England again? I don't believe I'm entitled to an opinion. I think it did start with the invention of the Uncrustable. The other things I've learned about the Saints is the lexicon handicapped is still widely used in your country. I am disabled. I use a wheelchair. You just can't see it because of Zoom. I'm not just like a wordsmith. And I just find that fascinating because in English Canada, at least, that's a slur. Like, we don't say that word anymore. And you shouldn't either. You shouldn't use the word handicapped, not because it's ignorant, but because someone might hear you and think you are from the 1980s and then get all excited because you obviously have a time machine to escape 2020 and 2021. I forgot to ask what time period the show was set in. I hope it's today. Yes, so they will be disappointed when they find out you are just a dad with a trucker hat. On a personal note, I hate the term special needs because it makes it sound like the disabled are asking for a bowl of just green M&Ms. I am not asking for a bowl of just green M&Ms. I want the same resources as the walkies. I want to be in the same spaces as the walkies without actually being a walkie because that looks terrible. I do not know how you do it all on your meat legs. I do not know. People say I am inspiring for doing stand-up comedy from a wheelchair. I am not. I am not at all. It is you, the walkies, who are inspiring on your meat legs all day. I want to start a fundraiser for you people. I think it would go over well. That being said, if you did have a bowl of green M&Ms, I would take them because green M&Ms are delicious. Some other things I find fascinating about America is your healthcare system. One being you have to pay for it. In Canada, we are lucky enough to have universal healthcare, so I don't have to pay for most of my healthcare. One of the things I find particularly fascinating is that if you don't have insurance in the US, an ambulance to your house is $3,400 American. That's a lot of money. Or no, not that. Yeah, 3,400. Yeah, that's a lot of money in American dollars. And I find this fascinating because in the province of Ontario, where I'm from, in about 1990, they decided they were going to charge people $45 for an ambulance ride. Just like everything else is free. They want this $45, please. And people were livid that the government would have the audacity to charge its people $45 for healthcare. And I remember when I was little, I got injured and my mom was like, oh no, I think we need an ambulance. And my dad said, no, put her in the back of the car. I'll drive real fast. I have this funeral sticker. Don't ask me how I got it. But I'll be damned if I'm paying $45 for a child to go to the hospital.
Wow.
And to be fair to my dad, the house rule was if you can still breathe and talk, you do not need an ambulance. So shame on me for not passing out cold. Yeah, really, shame on me. The other thing I find fascinating about your healthcare system, I mean, there's more, but we only have 10 minutes, is that if you have a baby, best case scenario, it's going to run you $10,000. And that's a bargain baby in the US. And first of all, like that's not to send it to a school, like a good school and raise it right. It's to physically extract it out of you or your partner. And I just don't think this is fair. Like having children is bad enough. Why do we have to saddle new parents with debt? And in fact, in addition to being disabled, I'm also a twin. So because my parents are sociopaths, quite often when I was little, they would tell both me and my sister, like, if we were Americans, you would have bankrupted us. We'd be homeless. And I finally did ask my mom, like, so what do Americans do that have babies that are babies they weren't expecting with like medical conditions or multiple babies at once? And my mom looked at me deadpanned and said, they stay in the hospital forever. So till I was about 11, I just thought like all American hospitals were that hallway scene from The Shining, but with children. Or like that's how American doctors were made. They were just all little indentured servants because their parents couldn't pay the bill. Thank you so much for having me. I've been Desirée Walsh. Yay! Let's bring our host back up.
Yay!
What a hoot!
Oh, that was a hoot and a half. Oh.
I don't know if Desiree knows this, but Uncrustables, the secret ingredient is the Wonder Cheese.
Yes.
Makes sense.
I mean, really, and have you ever really tried taking a jar of peanut butter, then a jar of jam, having to unscrew the lid, get out some sort of knife or forceps or whatever, like you're a surgeon, slicing the bread. I mean, it really is a production, and that's why I didn't have children.
I know. And I'm the idiot who had 3.
Well, hopefully they'll take care of both of us when they're older.
They've already started.
Put them to work.
Oh my goodness. Well, Lillian, this has been just a super fun afternoon. I've so enjoyed this.
I have too, and I can hear Walter getting up from his afternoon nap, which only means that I'm going to have to be, in full form.
Oh my goodness. Frank is yapping at my door. He's expecting a 4-course
We need
dinner.
to touch ourselves up. We need to make sure we look right. Yes.
Well, you know what I'm going to use to get ready? My favorite facial balm, Wonder Cheese.
Ah, yes. And I'm going to dab a little Wonder Cheese behind my ear to put Walter in the mood.
Oh man. Can we sing the closing theme song, my dear?
Of course.
All right. After you, my love. After you.
Whether it's rain or shine, it's Wonder Cheese. It's Wonder Cheese, so they say.
If you're in a bind, just use Wonder Cheese, and then your day will go from rain to sunshine.
And if you're on a bus and the person beside you is a little unclean, use Wonder Cheese inside your nostrils to block out the smell.
Wonder Cheese, it will save your day.
Entertainment for yous and me's. It is time for some Wonder Cheese on the Wonder Cheese Variety Hour.